And hello everybody. We should be live now, and welcome to this hangout. Um, I have Kate and Linda with me. Are you there, Kate and Linda? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Thomas.
Yes, hello.
Okay, and welcome to this live hangout about contact and what we do. This is the second live hangout. We would like to do this on all the global contact dates, and today is also a special date because today is also Mass Contact Day. And if anybody who's joining there is listening, welcome. So we have two guests today. This is Linda from Holland, and we have Kate from Pennsylvania. So it's another global event. Would you like to introduce yourself? Linda, you could go first. You are also part of the e-TILS Sort Network.
Yes, hello. My name is Linda, and since a few years I'm doing the CE-5 initiative, and have lots of experiences over the years. And well, thank you for inviting me here.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I hope we can exchange our experiences.
Yes, this is what very much what this is all about. We have been doing this for a few years now via the website, and but especially I think via the emails. A lot of people just join and join in and are not very active like that, but I know there's a lot of people listening, so welcome to Linda. And Kate, you were just telling me that you also is part of the network, but had been taking some time off. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you. I'm Thomas. Just a technical issue. I'm hearing another line of audio overlying this.
You are. Hang on a second. Another line of audio. Oh, could you? Is this is not Linda? I should just be hearing me. Are you hearing me now? Kate, are you there?
Okay, let's try again now.
Okay.
Maybe that works.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. It seems as though that was straightened out.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Well, no, there it is again. I'm not sure what's going on.
Hang on a second.
It's a delay.
Oh, yes. Just hang on a second. Did that help?
I'm not sure, but let's give it a whirl.
Okay. I'm sorry about that, but I'm still.
Nope. It's still happening. It's still happening, but I'll try to go forward.
Okay, because I don't have Linda. Linda, are you okay? Do you have?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
It's just pretty clear. I can hear everything okay.
Okay. I'm still trying to work out the absolute best way to do the audio for this, because yeah, when we're doing the screen shares and have a lot of people here, I'm still a novice at using this for this. But I think one of the things I would like to talk about is today I wanted to talk about last time we talked about the protocols, and I would like to share one of the things I always do for this, and this is for balancing the chakras. This is not this is not an actual contact exercise. If you want to do that, this is just to get in the right mood, and I think it's very important feel relaxed and feel comfortable, and also a big part of the protocols, and people have different ways of using what I would call a meditative state, conscious-based state for the contact. And one of the ways I do that is to use sound and various how should you call it, aids to get into that state of mind, relax your body, and connect to the universe. And I don't know, Kate, do you have a special way of doing this, or is this are you doing this intuitively? A lot of women have a a very strong connection compared to men.
Maybe.
No. I'm sure. I have to
If you just practice.
Yeah. Yes. And what about you, Linda? I know you also use a form of meditation.
I'm pretty sensitive.
Yes.
And you know, you've seen something and what I experience. So
yes,
I just sit and I use the meditation from Stephen Greer.
Yes.
The guided one, and also use the music from Brian T. Collins. He just specially made for us the contact music CD.
Yes. Oh,
and
yes.
He's pretty awesome.
This is what I did. I tried to do today is try to make my own music for the software tuning guide. So this is also a premiere.
If you make that music because it's from the inside out, your intentions, I think it's just okay. You can use it.
Oh, that was exactly the point. Is when people always ask what guide is the best one to use. And I think make your own guide, and don't try to be judged too much. This is right or this is wrong. Use what you feel right. And because I make music, I thought I would make my own contribution. I just kind of looked up the right frequencies, and I used a lot of Tibetan bowls sounds for this, and I kind of tuned the rest into it as fast as I could. And perhaps we should start by doing that. I would share the screen, and I would share the music, and this has been done very fast, but I hope the people will enjoy that. And there's a voiceover explaining a bit about the chakras and what kind of affirmations people attribute to these chakras. Once again, this is a very personal experience. This is the symbolism is very much made to how should I say, explain how you can connect this to your inner being.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think maybe we should do that now, and talk a bit later. Yes. And then I hope this goes okay. So hang on a second. I will share my screen, and I will put on the music.
first chakra is the root chakra, the Muladhara. Affirmations would be belonging, safety, trust, connection to the earth. I am here in my body and all is well. I trust in the process of life. I am safe always. I am loved. The next chakra is the Chakral chakra, Shadhisthana. Affirmations would be feelings, relationships, pleasure, creativity, sexuality. I am surrounded by relationships that feel good. I am a sensual and creative being. The next chakra is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. Affirmations be personal power, self-control, vitality, purpose, directions. I trust my own guidance. I am a powerful creator of my life. I feel great purpose and passion for life. next chakra is the heart chakra, the anahata. Affirmations would be love, compassion for self and others, forgiveness, deep connection, courage. It's easy to feel compassion for others. I accept myself and others easily. Love is abundant in my world. The next chakra is the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. Affirmations would be communication, truth, expressions, independence. I speak my truth with confidence. I express myself in loving ways. My voice is truthful and strong. I communicate with clarity and ease. The next chakra is the brow chakra, or the third eye, the Anja. Affirmations would be intuition, awareness, imagination, intelligence. I am aware in every moment. My imagination is blissful. I trust my intuition. My vision is powerfully understood. The last chakra is the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. Affirmations, connection with higher self, spirit, source, universe, God or divine wisdom. I connect easily with spirit. I am sure of my inner knowing. My experience is abundant. I am pure light and love.
And I should be back now. And so should Kate and Linda.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. So this is kind of what I put together in a hurry to make everybody feel comfy. I hope that you could hear it and
The sound was too bad.
Oh yeah, that's we have I have a lot of issues with the sound. I have to work it out.
But I could hear some.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, but when this is over, as usual, I was gonna say I'm gonna re-edit the video and everything, and clean up the sound and put the right stuff. So hopefully this will be like a library for people to go to, and the sound will be great, and the videos will be right. I'm still working on on everything. This just came in the last few days. I figured I thought I would instead of sharing everybody else, I would make my own, and this is make it more easy to relate to. But you're still here, and I would like to hear more about your personal experiences, and this is just how I do what I do for part of the protocol I use for the contact events, and in general, most of the time this is not actually about making contact. It's about a learning experience. So, Linda or Kate, if you want to share anything. I'm sorry if the sound was bad.
Well, no problem.
Okay.
Back to normal.
I can meditate with the music, but also inside myself.
Yes. This is also, I also use lots of different kind of music for meditation. This is how I am. My spirituality or this connection is also very much about my music. I often feel that when people ask, how is this connection made, or what does it feel like, I always say, well, I'm a musician, and it feels like a great jam. like being in the now with a lot of kindred spirits. If this makes any sense, that's how it's easiest for me to explain the feeling of the conscious-based contact. So, but Kate or Linda, would you like to share some of your own experiences about making this contact?
Well, I have lots of experience, but maybe Kate will start.
Oh, well, I just want to thank you too for your wonderful affirmations. Those are a powerful place in which to start in terms of just establishing that sense of peace within yourself and that sense of connectedness going outward from there. The visualizations are very strong. Again, to get ourselves centered into that space of compassion for ourselves and for those on the planet and for those unseen in other realms, off planet and elsewhere. I find it, the music is helpful too, but the meditation, the calming, the centering. And in the evenings in the summertime when I'm outside, I feel a very strong connection to nature, to the creatures around me, and have been visited by some unexpected animals in the course of some of these sessions as well. And it's interesting because when I've had those visitations from the animals, and they include a bear and a deer very, very close by, we're talking less than 20 feet away, my initial reaction was surprise, and then I was able to collect myself and not be fearful. But it did represent to me what my reaction may be upon having actual physical contact of some sort with ETs. And so it's kind of been a little heads up for me to think about and to just have that same level of collectiveness, if you will, when that bear and that deer were very close by, to not be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
And to feel that sense of connection.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Not bring any fear.
No.
Don't bring any fear into this.
No.
That won't be useful.
It won't work.
It won't work.
And at times when I've tried to have sessions with somebody who may be even mildly, I wouldn't say hostile, but not receptive, it's going to be a flat experience. It's the moments when my heart and my thoughts have been clearest and brightest have been the most wonderful experiences. Truly,
yes.
The phenomenon that I've experienced in the sky and in my heart and in my dreams.
Oh, yes, yes. Linda, would you like to add to this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it started with me when I was pretty young, and the sense of not being alone, and that the earth was not just the earth because there was something beyond. I was pretty conscious about that, only I could not share my feelings because in that time there was no room for sharing those experiences. So it kept me a long time to finally, when the movie series came out, and before that I was always surfing around the internet, and then years later Sirius the movie came out, and then all start going into some pretty fast speed, meeting people, Facebook, and also the CE-5 groups. They were coming and people were meeting, and we had our CE-5 meetings in the field, and it was pretty awesome. And I had also with my group members experiences in the sky that bright lights came, and that was pretty awesome. And also my own experience in my garden in the backyard was also with lots of lights, and they were just speeding away, and also the sense of there was something around me that was pretty clear. Mm-hmm. So it started just like there was no day that I was not thinking about the CE-5, the contact, and it just went. How do you say that? It was just like walking with me.
Oh yes.
Yeah, you probably lots of people are saying, I don't even want to miss it anymore. It's just a way of life. And
oh yes, for that we always talk about that. For a lot of people, this is just a totally normal thing. This is
yeah,
part of their reality, and they don't question the validity of their experience,
no.
and especially not the sightings, the deeper, the inner based connection is harder to share, and it's much harder to explain. Um, uh, and I know for most people this part is also very much a personal thing, maybe not that much connected to the contact itself, but more connected to your personal evolving your consciousness, your spirit.
Yeah.
Um, uh, uh, a lot of we always focus very much on the sightings. These are and the conscious based communication and or contact that takes place, but this is actually the only part of it.
That's a part of it, because it's communicating with you, and you're not even doing things outside or whatever. You just sometimes it's what happened to me, and that was pretty weird. I was making on the computer a logo for the CE-5 groups, and I thought, well, that would be nice. And I was making the logo with, well, it just was pretty weird. I made just that they came from out of the sky and they came through, and the logo was ready. I had about 60 layers in the logo, and I was asking, is this what you want, just like that? And then suddenly I wanted to save the logo, and I just was moving my mouse to saving it, and then the whole logo changed.
Oh
and,
yes.
and everything around, all the little dolls, the people who were just like it was something out of the sky, and it was coming down, and there was a crowd of people around it, and there were a lot of sources around it, but everything was gone. And the only thing what was there, it was just like an opening, and there was one person in the middle, and there was a big light, and it was just like you can come through. It was just an opening to a sort of meeting. And I was so stunned, because I was going to my history, and when I just clicked on my history, the whole logo was there.
Oh, no.
So I said, this is impossible. This cannot be true. Where is the rest? Because I was about 4 hours busy making the logo, so there were so many layers in it, but all the layers were gone. There was nothing in my history. So and then it all started. So then the next thing was, go outside, go sit there, do your meditation in the daytime. And then with my iPad I was making pictures from the sky, and when I just put it away, and then 2 days later something said to me, just look at your pictures. And so I look at my pictures, and I was thinking, why should I look at those pictures? And then I found a face, a real face, but it was not a face, a human face, but it was more a different shaped of face. So I said, wow, that's pretty awesome. So that was the second thing. And then the other thing happened, that I was, after my night shift, I was laying in my bed. I woke up and I thought, well, just gonna have some meditation. And it's about 2:30, so I just lay there for half an hour. And then suddenly I couldn't move anymore. The cat was next to me, was licking my hand. normally she's not doing that, and then suddenly I couldn't move my body anymore, and then there was a weird sound in my head, and there were just like 20 hands were pushing on my head, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to get a stroke, you know. But that wasn't happening because I could hear everything around me, because the sounds were from cars, and so I could hear children outside, but I couldn't move anymore. And then I said, oh my God, I'm gonna die. But that wasn't that, because there was something else. And then the pressure was pretty hard, but it didn't hurt. And then after, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds or whatever, then it stopped, and I started to breathe. I said, oh my God, what happened? And then bang, it started again. And then afterwards, I just went away. I don't even remember. And I woke up 2 hours later, and I jumped out of my bed. I said, what time is it? It was 5:30. So I've been gone for 2 hours, I guess.
Yes.
And then suddenly, there was something else going to start, and it was the music from, Thomas, from Pentatonics.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
with the blue people, and so I said, I didn't even know the music, so I was asking Guy. He said, what kind of music was that? He said, well, it was from Pentatonics, and that one. I said, that's the music I need to hear. So I had it 24/7 on
Yes.
for weeks, and I could not put it off. I just had it on my iPhone, and I just was playing it day and night, the music, and it was not actually that I want to play it, but was something else want me to play that. And then
Yes.
CE-5 started in December, and I played that also the whole evening, and then things started in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to make pictures, and on the
Oh,
pictures,
and
you
I've seen a lot of those pictures, and
yeah, you see the
they are
picture.
truly amazing. Once again, this is we can't call this evidence, but when a lot of people have the same kind of experiences, at least they can share and learn, and uh, we don't really need that kind of evidence. I'm gonna jump in now because I want to sum up some of the things that we've been talking about before we move on, because. Linda, you share all the good things. People experience a lot of how should I say strange events with their electronic equipment, and also with sound recordings, video recordings, all kind of stuff can be apparently be manipulated by other beings or entities or whatever is going on. This is a big part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and we also I often say, the when you do the meditation, when you are getting into a meditative state, you will also physically expand your magnetic field. Uh, when you reach a higher form of vibration, you will expand your magnetic field, and these things can actually be measured. So it's not um, beyond science or beyond
Mm-hmm.
explanation. Is just a very high level of communication. Um, and what you also talked about the meditation you use, but if you are completely, how should I say, new to meditation and all these things, perhaps I used Stephen Greer guided meditation as well. This is more like a sketch for for things to come. Uh, but to get knowledge, or how should I say, how to get into the meditative state, we used Alan Watts last time, and I think we should use him again to explain very simply how you can try to get into this to this state. A lot of, especially women, as I said, women has a very intuitive way of experiencing these things and perhaps make contact faster and more naturally than men. That's I can't tell for anybody, but I had to spend a lot of time meditating and trying to understand these these things to be able to.
We all do.
Oh yes. So, but because I think last time we played the Awakening Your Mind by Alan Watts, which is a great way to introduce people to the technique you can use to get into this state when you do the meditation, and right afterwards I think we should talk about how to use the state to project your consciousness, how to make contact, how to shout out, I'm here, I'm ready, and how to utilize this as well in the sense that I'm here alone, and everybody can do this. They don't need to go outside. They can just do this on their own. And when we're doing this coordinated, like on the global contact dates, part of the protocol would be to try to visualize the closest groups or people doing this close to you, to to send out a message saying we are a lot of people ready to make contact. And Linda knows this, and she knows she's also one of the people I usually kind of say I know Linda is ready, and but I think we should let Alan Watts explain something about how to get into the meditative state. You want to add anything just before I start screen sharing and sharing this?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Kate. Yeah, okay, you should be on now.
No, I'm ready to hear what you have to share.
Okay, so I'll turn on your mics and I'll share the screen and then Watts, and we'll talk a bit about it later afterwards. Sorry.
Is to begin. Well, now, the easiest way to get into the meditative state is to begin by listening. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. And let them go. In other words, you could put it, let your ears hear whatever they want to hear. Don't judge the sounds. There are no, as it were, proper sounds or improper sounds, and it doesn't matter if somebody coughs or sneezes or drops something. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, I want you to listen to the sound of my voice just as if it were noise. Don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. Just listen to the sound. As you pursue that experiment, you will very naturally find that you can't help naming sounds, identifying them, that you will go on thinking, that is to say, talking to yourself inside your head automatically. But it's important that you don't try to repress those thoughts by forcing them out of your mind, because that will have precisely the same effect as if you were trying to smooth rough water with a flat iron. You're just going to disturb it all the more. What you do is this. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise, sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. Now, in this process, another thing that is happening that is very important is that you're breathing. And as you start meditation, you allow your breath to run just as it wills. In other words, don't do at first any breathing exercise, but just watch your breath breathing the way it wants to breathe. And notice a curious thing about this. You say in the ordinary way, I breathe, because you feel that breathing is something that you are doing voluntarily, just in the same way as you might be walking or talking. But you will also notice that when you are not thinking about breathing, your breathing goes on just the same. So the curious thing about breath is that it can be looked at both as a voluntary and an involuntary action. You can feel on the one hand, I am doing it, and on the other hand, it is happening to me. And that is why breathing is a most important part of meditation, because it is going to show you, as you become aware of your breath, that the hard and fast division that we make between what we do on the one hand and what happens to us on the other is arbitrary. So that as you watch your breathing, you will become aware that both the voluntary and the involuntary aspects of your experience are all one happening. Now that may at first seem a little scary, because you may think, well, am I just the puppet of a happening, the mere passive witness of something that's going on completely beyond my control? Or on the other hand, am I really doing everything that's going along? Well, if I were, I should be God. And that would be very embarrassing, because I would be in charge of everything. That would be a terribly responsible position. The truth of the matter, as you will see it, is that both things are true. You can see it that everything is happening to you, and on the other hand, you're doing everything. For example, it's your eyes that are turning the sun into light. It's the nerve ends in your skin that are turning electric vibrations in the air into heat and temperature. It's your eardrums that are turning vibrations in the air into sound, and in that way, you are creating the world. But when we're not talking about it, when we're not philosophizing about it, then there is just this happening, this, and we won't give it a name. Now then, when you breathe for a while, just letting it happen, and not forcing it in any way, you will discover a curious thing, that without making any effort, you can breathe more and more deeply. In other words, supposing you simply are breathing out, and breathing out is important because it's the breath of relaxation, as when we say, phew, and heave a sigh of relief. So when you are breathing out, you get the sensation that your breath is falling out. Dropping, dropping, dropping out with the same sort of feeling you have as if you were settling down into an extremely comfortable bed. And you just get as heavy as possible and let yourself go. And you let your breath go out in just that way. And when it's thoroughly, comfortably out and it feels like coming back again, you don't pull it back in, you let it fall back in, letting your lungs expand, 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 until they feel very comfortably full. And you wait a moment and let it stay there. Then, once again, you let it fall out. And so, in this way, you will discover that your breath gets quite naturally easier and easier, and slower, and more powerful. So that with these various aids, listening to sound, listening to your own interior feelings and thoughts, just as if they were something going on, not something you're doing, but just happenings, and watching your breath as a happening that is neither voluntary nor involuntary. You are simply aware of these basic sensations. Then you begin to be in the state of meditation. But don't hurry anything. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about what progress you're making. Just be entirely content to be aware of what is. Don't be terribly selective, particular, say, I should think of this and not of that. Just watch whatever is happening.
And I should be back. Oh, yeah. So, are you there, Kate? Are you there, Linda?
Yes, I'm back
Yes.
too.
I cut that a bit short because actually we've been on for a long time, and I would recommend that if people would want to do some meditation contact experience of their own, they could use the sound for the background sound for Alan Watts. This is by um, Goldman. It's called CE-5, and it's very easy to find on the internet. So this was Alan Watts telling people how you can easily get into a meditative state. I like him very much because he does not use a bunch of symbolism to describe this process. I don't know if any of you have anything to add.
No, I like Alan Watts.
Like him very much. I like what he said about bringing a sense of contentment to the moment.
Yes.
And expressing that into your environment, wherever it is that you are at the time.
Yes, yes. So, well, I guess first of all, I want to thank you guys for taking part, and I hope that we'll do more hangouts in the future. Hopefully, I'll get more. I get better at the sound. This is still pretty new to me, how to make the sound work when we're not just being private. And Linda, you wanna add anything?
No, this is my first hangout with you.
Oh yes.
And now with Kate, so
Yes.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you very much for joining me. It's always much more interesting for me, not just to sit here as a host for myself presenting a whole bunch of ideas, but listening to. I want people to share their experience, and I think that's a great way to have this movement grow. That people can get together and share their experience, and especially the ones who have been doing this for some time. A lot of people don't really know how to approach this, and get a lot of questions. How do you do this? And I always say, find your own way. And first of all, if you need to spend some time, spend it, trying to figure out how to meditate and all these things. Apps and lasers and guides on YouTube won't cut it. This is something you have to do. You have to commit yourself as well to this. So
maybe for Kate,
Yes.
if you like to go to the website from CE5.be,
Yes.
it's from Belgium, you can find also some experiences and educational things. And Thomas knows also about that website. We share a lot about CE5.
Absolutely, yes. It's an amazing website, and there's a lot of great info there. And it's all in English.
Yeah, in English. Yeah, you
helpful.
take the English part, not the
Yes.
Dutch part, and then you can see also something about the crop circles, the movie I made, and also pictures. So you can see some of a picture in the clouds, and it called me in. So I had some pretty amazing experience just being alone in there at night, and what happened. So I just did not do it myself because Thomas was talking about the conscious stuff, and that is how it contacts you. It just calls you, and that crop circle was here in the Netherlands, and that's a pretty amazing one because the year before that the CSETI logo was inside of there, and Stephen Greer was in England, and they were just meditating, and then it appeared in the Netherlands also. So it was pretty amazing, and you can find it on that website with the item news, and I wrote that it's about crop circles, and there's an update. So if you scroll in that item from news, then you can find it and some nice subjects about the CE-5 and everything.
Oh, good.
So,
Thank you for that.
I think
Yeah.
it's also a good way to end today's live hangout by you know stressing that the contact is going on many levels. It's not just lights in the sky. There's a lot of things going on, and how should I say, the extraterrestrial intelligence are very advanced, and they will utilize a lot of ways to make contact, and if you're having if you're seeing things, or if you are experiencing things like synchronicity, things that happens in your life you can't explain, or keeps calling you, or what I should say, this could be part of the experience you are going through. So
Oh, yes.
don't be too judgmental, or don't label your experience too fast. Just take it in and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thank you. But I think this will be. I will stop the hangout now, and please, Kate and Linda, stay in the hangout for a second. I want to say thank you for staying here, but and for everybody else, do whatever. Go outside. You don't even have to do anything. Just find a really cool, relaxed place and spend an hour or two watching the sky. If you see something going on you can't readily explain, or isn't in whatever, keep an open mind and enjoy this time we're going through. Okay? So
thank
goodbye.
you.
And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much for taking part, and I hope that I will see you again in a live hangout in the future. And,
Yeah.
Yes.
yes, and as usual, this will be I will cut out the video and I'll make a better edited version and link to that, and hopefully I will make some podcasts as well, so people can share this, and this, as I said, this hopefully this will be a form of library for what we're doing, and if people want to get involved, they could watch this and see who we are. So have a great contact day or evening or wherever you are, and we will see you again next time.
Okay, you too.
Okay.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye,
And
Kate. Bye-bye, Thomas.
Bye-bye. It's wonderful to
Yes.
meet you
Bye.
both.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Linda,